Hello everyone, I'm Salad, and welcome to The Witcher 3. I know we've got an intro cutscene starting here, so starting recording right now. So let's watch this and let's see what we're getting into.
I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North!
Okay, so these are a bunch of peasants rising up against Emperor Emir.
Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago.
Something wrong with his right eye there.
Our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic.
Okay, so there was not any magic before the conjunction of the spheres?
Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery.
Okay, right.
Through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not.
So the Witchers were trained.
The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them.
Trained to fight the monsters that nobody else wanted to.
Their numbers have dwindled through the years. But a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction.
What would the second conjunction cause?
Back into the light. Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
You seem a little bit too happy about the time of madness and disdain. Okay, so now that that intro is finally over with, I could... Ooh. Interesting song we've got going on here. Now I can finally start my intro. So, this is going to be a blind playthrough. I've never played this game or seen any of it, but I have watched a little bit of the TV series because it's sometimes playing at my parents' house. Sometimes I go over there. Sometimes I watch a few episodes. So I do know a few things. I know that this man right here is Geralt, and there's a woman named Ciri who has like magic powers or something. I know the conjunction of the spheres is something that was mentioned a few times. Has something to do with like the worlds or dimensions intersecting and things from between them crossing over through portals. And I think that's basically the gist of it. There are a few other characters that are obviously in the TV series. I don't know to what extent they'll be present here in this game. I don't know if this game takes place before or after, but a lot of people have very highly recommended this game. Some have even gone as far as to say that it's their favorite game of all time, that it has the best storytelling of all time. That's very high praise. Whether or not that actually lives up to it for me, probably not. Everybody has very different ideas, right? Has very different preferences. Some but think that's the perfect game for other people. It's probably not the perfect game for everybody, but I'm still expecting this to be very fun, and who knows, maybe it will end up being one of my favorite games of all time in the end. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, let's talk a little bit about that cutscene that we just got before we jump straight into things here. Let me lower the volume on my... so I can actually hear. Great song, though, that's going on in the background. But this person with, like, one right eye that was, like, all whited out, he seemed to not like Witchers, and I think that was a thing in the TV series as well. Like, Witchers were kind of looked down upon. But I don't really understand why, because it seems like Witchers do the job that nobody else wants to do, and that's fighting the monsters that came from people using magic, and that seems like a good thing. I don't see why people would not like that. So I guess we're probably going to get more into that pretty soon, about why Witchers are disliked, why they want to deal with the problem themselves, and why this person seems to be looking forward to the chaos which is to come. Then we also had mention of the Wild Hunt, those like flying people on horseback or whatever. I don't know what that's about. That was also vaguely mentioned in the TV series as well, but I didn't really understand what that was all about. So I apologize that it's going to be kind of confusing about what I know and what I don't know, since I've only like somewhat watched the series. So even I don't really know what I know. So that's going to make things a little bit interesting for this playthrough, since it's a blind playthrough, but I also have some vague background knowledge about certain things. So I'm going to set up the options real quick, because that's the first thing you should do in anytime you start any game. So I'll set up the options real quick, and then we're going to get straight in and get started. Okay, so the reason I'm smiling right now is I have a thought. If you watched my previous Let's Play at this time slot, that was Hollow Knight, by the way. I played that game without a compass and just used the map as a map and tried to figure out where I was based on all of that. So when I see this mini-map available to be turned off, I get super tempted to turn it off. There's also path to objectives on the mini-map. That I also get super tempted to turn off. Completed points of interest on the mini-map. I'm gonna turn off the mini-map. In fact, I'm gonna turn up all the mini-map stuff. Just for now, and we'll see how it goes. If it turns out that I completely don't know where to go without a mini-map, then we'll turn it back on. And then if we have to turn on other settings as we go, we'll turn on those as well. But I want to see, okay? I want to see just how far we can get without a mini-map. Because that's just how I play these games. That's just what I like to do. Maybe I'm kind of insane, but hopefully you guys enjoy my kind of insane. And hopefully that's why you're here. So I think we're ready to get started. I did see in the options menu, it said something about Triss and Yennefer. Those are characters that I recognize the names of from the TV series as well. So I guess they're going to be prevalent here. Let's get started. Fresh start, Heart of Stone, Blood and Wine. Okay, so I also have the DLC nonsense for it. I'm assuming we just want fresh start. Okay, just the story. Okay, these are difficulty settings. Seasoned, demanding gamer. You're truly insane and loving it. Yes, this is definitely me. I am, like I just said, I'm kind of insane. So we're going to do Death March. Is that smart? No, this is not a smart decision. But that's why we're doing it. Show tutorials? Yes, we're going to show tutorials. We'll turn them off if they get annoying. Simulate Witcher 2 save? I don't know what that means. I guess that if you were migrating your save from Witcher 2, maybe you get different dialogue or items or something like that. I'm not going to do that. We're not coming from a Witcher 2 save. We'll just get the vanilla experience. You don't need any special help. Roar! Guys, excited about something. Okay. Oh. Did he just cut the sword's head off with one strike? That takes some doing. Oh. Okay, so this is back in time, I'm guessing. guy got attacked by a lightning crow. By this lady, I think, maybe? Like this lady's a witch, maybe? And I think this is Geralt and whatever the old guy's name was. I don't remember. From the Witcher series. Is that Yennefer or something? Fire arrows. He landed a little bit short there. Probably should have held fire a little bit longer. So they're investigating a battlefield. Why? Okay, yeah, this definitely seems to be Yennefer. Is she gonna use fire magic? Threw a rock. Blasted everybody. I can't tell who's fighting who and why at the moment. All I know is stuff from the other world, bad and crazy. From like the other dimension sphere nonsense. But as far as like the factions go, I don't know. I'm not gonna know who's who. Oh. It turned into a crystal skull. Zooming in on it. Okay, that was a quality cutscene, but I don't know what the significance of that is yet. Oh, and now we've transitioned into the actual game graphics. Well transitioned, but I can tell. I see that there's some motion blur. I'm gonna be sure to turn that off in a second. Craftsman can remove... Okay, I load too fast. Kaer Morhen. Witcher Keep Banks of Gwenelek? Okay. Feet pics for free? No thanks though. Okay, thank you. Thank you for moving the camera there. No! Stop looking at his feet. I don't want to see his feet. Also, dragon crab thing? That your pet? How do you catch him off guard?
You know I don't find that amusing.
Oh, okay, it was magically created.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
Vesemir. Oh, Vesemir was the old man's name. Okay, so he's still teaching Ciri right now. Again, though, I don't know if this happens before or after some of the events of the series. I'm assuming this is after.
See you later.
I like how the camera follows his sightlines. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to like blur out some things for YouTube because YouTube likes to be YouTube, you know. Can't be seen a butt. Gotta think of the children, right? So that was a little amulet or whatever that glowed in the cutscene. I don't know what the significance of that is. Like, does it amplify her magic? Or something? Oh, okay. Welcome to the tutorial. Interesting that I got like a frame of being able to input a direction before the tutorial screen comes up. Welcome to The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. The tutorial will introduce the elements. Yeah. Saving the glossary. Ooh, information about world lore and gameplay mechanics. We're going to be reading all the world lore, don't you worry. Disable tutorial messages, go to the options. Yeah. I'm going to need them for now. Use your Witcher senses to find the key to the bedroom door. Or you can just remember where you put the door and key. Minimap on the upper right is your current location, surrounding area. And there's objectives, yep. Left trigger for Witcher senses. Look for highlighted objects. Okay, so I've got candles to extinguish. I've got a vase. Can I interact with this?
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Undergarments.
Okay, like I guess she likes no color. That says something about her character. Okay, so there's the key. Nicely glowing, but what's in here? Oh, okay. To unlock doors, walked up to them, press A. Open that as well? No? Okay. So yeah, Witcher senses like that. I can't do that now. Can't. Oh. Interesting. We've got like a spell selector. Yurden, Quen, Igni, Axi, Ard. I don't know how to pronounce those. Guess we'll see. Okay, it looks like I got a mana bar, a health bar, and some other bar up at the top left there.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course.
It's a nice place.
Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master.
Was she supposed to be in here reading these books?
They put you to sleep too.
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right?
The pendulums?
How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Okay. Don't get mad at her. We spoiled her? Have we spoiled her? I don't know if we spoiled her or not. I don't actually. Don't get mad at her. I don't know. I guess we'll say we spoiled her.
We've spoiled her. I've been saying it from the start. Ciri needs a firm hand.
Been saying that true. But you let her walk all over you just like the rest of us do.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now.
So we have to go tell her
Monsters is not
to
something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that.
always train together, focus on her studies.
I'll see you below.
Alright. Well, it looks pretty fun, but dangerous.
Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike.
Oh! Yeah, whacked it with your hand. Oh, she's blindfolded. I didn't even realize.
Circus pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get
it down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the
Drowners and
mutations?
Strigas.
Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any Strigga. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
He didn't say that, but I guess
Ew!
it's the goodest thing to say as any.
So you'd best behave. Come on, we'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Run the walls? Sure? Tutorial time?
Of course. This a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
Run the
To the
walls.
bottom.
Maybe if you fall.
Okay, so just to let you know if anything seemed weird in that previous cutscene up there, the game did crash on me. So that's not a great sign, unfortunately. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. But for now, I guess climbing after Ciri. Ciri definitely seems younger than she did in the show, so I'm guessing this is before? I don't know what that means or doesn't mean. I don't know.
What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Ciri, cut it out.
Okay, careful falling from a great height can lead to injury. Yeah, that makes sense. That's typical. We definitely move a little bit weird. Okay. Oh. Where am I headed exactly? I guess if I had the mini-map I would know, huh? Down to the lower courtyard. Along the ramparts. Down there? Yep, okay. So, run the walls. Is that what we just did, or are we going to do that here? What does that mean?
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that.
I don't know if she's really
When
sorry.
you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a
Trying to
quick
lay a
study.
trap for him so you can
Quick, but
catch him in it.
mischievous.
A word trap.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Viewing the fundamentals of free training. I definitely need to know the fundamentals. One comment I will make is that it's interesting how games like this always tend to give children freckles. Just something odd that I've always noticed is, for some reason, younger, if they want to make a character seem young in a game, they give them freckles. Just
Should work
curious.
on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Yeah, I may be going for the hard mode, but I'm not going to skip learning how to play the actual game. Some people, they skip the tutorial and then they complain about the game, and I'm not going to be one of those people. I will do the tutorial, then I'll complain about the game. That's how it's supposed to work. If you don't do the tutorial, you don't have any place to complain about anything. Alright, combat. Must be prepared. Use your sword. Yeah. Use signs, which are spells, with one hand. And you can use alchemy to make, like, consumable combat items. Okay. So I can sprint. I can jump. I can Witcher senses. I can draw my sword. Oh. Right stick for targeting. Okay.
Quick cuts. 1, 2, 3. Strong strikes now.
Okay, weak attack, strong
Never
attack.
lock your elbow when striking, young lady. Dodge.
Position, Siri. Footwork. Remember.
All right, and left and B to dodge. Good. Very Dark Soulsy. Okay, what am I doing now? Roll. Okay, so there's a dodge roll and dodge steps. Got it.
Parrying. Siri, see how Geralt holds his sword, its angle?
What am I supposed to parry?
So do I hold it or do I tap it?
Pretend now, live later.
Doesn't matter.
Riposte. Strike.
Okay. Left trigger just before your own attacks to a counter strike. Okay. So it's the same button as block. That's a little bit interesting. Oh, sorry. I didn't hear what it said. Just before. Okay, so if you time it right, it does a counter attack.
We'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with Gwen.
We can use Quen? Queen? Quen. Okay. I think he said Quen. To cast it, press right trigger.
Gwen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
Protects you against damage and certain critical effects. Okay.
Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly.
Wait, so did we cast Quen on him or ourselves?
If not for the Gwen sign, I'd be aflame by now.
Okay.
Alright, Geralt, come on.
And now Ard. Walk close and press it. Oh, sorry.
See that, Siri?
Okay, so it's a stun.
Time for Axie. Damn it. I hate this feeling.
Influence opponents' minds. Okay.
Well, Axie can really muddle your mind.
I see.
Heard enough. Show her, Geralt.
I see. And the mana bar replenishes over there. And then Yurden. A magic trap.
Stop showing off, Geralt. See this, Siri? Couldn't move if I wanted to.
Okay, so that slows him down when he's in that field.
This shit. Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Siri. Twen'll dampen the blow.
Okay. And you throw it the same way as spells. No, it's RB instead. Okay. So right bumper for consumables. The end of the spot indicated on the minimap. I don't have one. So, I guess right here. Right bumper, aim at the training dummy. Do a thing. Okay, he's got quite a long range throw. Okay, I can continue by sheathing my sword or unsheathing my sword.
Enough. Continue training at will.
Okay, let me train for just a little bit longer here. So he's using spells now. So I got the regular quick step dodge. I got a rolling dodge. And then I've got a parry and counter. And then I can switch to stuff like that and do that. I'm using the wrong button. Okay, I guess I need to figure this out. So if I want to use a protective shield... Oh, I see. I'm pressing the wrong button.
I'm too shit.
Okay, so it only seems to block one attack. That's our fire.
What now?
kind of hard to stay focused on him. Oh yeah, I have to lock on, right? Then magic trap. And then I can burn him. And I can practice parrying him. He's probably light and heavy attack combos as well. Alright, let me sheath my sword. I think we're good now. I think I get the general idea. Learning how to switch spells on the fly like that is going to take some practice. Huh? What?
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Very happy about
Siri,
defeating the dummy.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Siri?
Oh, she went to go look for the helmet that she knocked off of it?
I'll make sure to find every last blade for you.
Did she knock it out of the park on purpose? So she would have an excuse to run away and do something?
What the?
Blood on it? I'm confused. Are you on some drugs right now, or is this the wild hunt or whatever?
And you, White Wolf.
No!
That's gotta be some kind of like dream or something that just happened. Nearly all potions, bombs, and oils can be upgraded. Okay. I wonder how much I'll be end up using those. Generally, I don't use money consumables. What? So was that a memory of our past then? That's the impression I'm getting right now. There's Vesemir again. 1272. I don't remember what the Temeria Road to Vizima. I don't remember what the last date was.
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Okay, I guess I'll. Nah, we don't need to tell him about it. No, we'll tell him about it. He's our friend. We should tell him.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
Okay, she's missing.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil.
Okay, so it was a long time ago.
Trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream.
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
Yeah, I wonder what is the wild
Just
hunt.
a dream.
No spoilers in the comments, by the way. No need. Don't tell me anything that I wouldn't know just by where I already am at in the game. Like if I miss something, feel free to let me know. But don't give me any information about things that are upcoming or where I should go, where I should look for things and stuff like that. I'll just figure that all out on my own. Although that's probably not going to be a problem. I record these months and months in advance. Hearing my dreams might mean she's in danger. I mean, this is a supernatural world. You're not wrong.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Okay, I guess I can say it again if I want to for no reason.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri appeared in my dreams, something was wrong.
He's not gonna get annoyed by the fact that I'm repeating
We taught her
myself.
how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Okay, I guess he does. I assumed he would care if I kept repeating myself. I guess not. Fine. Not gonna call us senile for
Downing soon.
saying the same thing twice.
Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground.
I
All we
see.
can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Oh, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
That's private. Very private.
Aha, I understand. At least I think I do. Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
So we'll have to take that secret to our grave.
How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there.
So that's what that cutscene was.
Wait, hear that?
Yennefer was waiting for us, and
Smell it.
some sort of battle happens. Oh, ghouls. Okay. Life on the continent is nasty. Brutus is short. Monsters have a silver health bar. Fight them with my silver sword. Okay. So silver health bars mean use the sword. Wait, silver. So I have multiple swords? Okay. The lock-ons look a little bit weird. Okay. Let me check out my Witcher's stuff. Oh, I need to move. The fact that things don't stop when I'm in that is a little bit troublesome. Considering I need to... Okay. Quen is the shield. So, let's do that. We'll recast it. Except I can't because my stuff is still coming back. Okay. Taking a little bit of time to get used to this lock-on. Okay, we got one. What else do I have? There's the magic trap, the fire, mines, telekinetic blast, I think is what I want to use right now. Okay, that doesn't... Can't tell how well that's stunning them. Okay. I'm kind of hurt here. Let's try some fire. It's alright. I'll get used to the enemy's movements in a bit. Striking opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline. And they decline when you're not engaged in combat. Okay. Interesting.
Of course. When armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
Necrophages. Is that what those are? I can regenerate vitality by eating or drinking or meditating for at least 1 hour. Oh, not on the difficulty that I'm on though. So I can only by drinking or eating. You can put them in consumable slots, press up or down to consume them and regenerate. You have some food in your upper slot, press up to eat it. Okay. Okay, that's some slow regeneration. In that bar, that's my, I guess that's my healing and food and drink bar. and as that goes down, it will slowly heal me. Is that the idea? Okay, and R1 is what puts away and takes out my torch. And that's equipped down there. Yeah, I see that. I get it. Bolts with my crossbow. Okay, I understand. Right, walk up to my horse. Where's my horse at? Over here.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
What, necrophages or the things that we just killed? Trek across valleys, blah blah blah. The horse Roach to help him in his travels, yeah. If I recall, he always calls his horse Roach, no matter what horse it is.
From their blood.
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Oh, that makes some
You know they
sense.
eat the living as well.
No, really upsetting too. His theory collapsed. Faster.
Okay. Why is our horse getting so angry? Also, hold on. How do I get off again? Stop freaking out, horse. What are you... Oh my gosh. Stop. Oh, I have to hold to dismount. Okay. What is this glowy thing? Hold on. Crystal skull. Oh.
In black crystal. Why do I think this is Yen's?
I see, because that was... Alright, where did the horse go again? Right here. Okay. I kind of want to increase the field of view.
Let's go.
Let me see if I can do that real quick. Alright, seems like I can't. That's actually pretty unfortunate. But oh well. That tutorial text, by the way, takes up a lot of room on the screen. Okay, he matches my speed. Good to know. I see, that's horse stamina.
Hey,
War is not exactly going our way.
we have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. It's what keeps us going.
So the Northern Realms are the ones that we care about? Is that our... That's who we're affiliated with?
Roach.
And Radivir is the person who's left defending the Northern Realms? Do I have that right? Whee, jump, jump. People just chilling over here. Unhappy that their house got burned by the war, I guess.
The plague!
Go.
Okay. Go indeed. Nice lighting on the clouds up there. Sometime later.
We going? Help me! Help!
What is this? Some bird thing? Yep. Bird enemies are always the worst. That and dogs. So annoying to deal with. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I guess it just wanted the horse. Well, we're gonna have to deal with that later for sure.
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
That's right.
You'd
That's probably not making him feel any better.
suppose.
No, we don't care.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Not gonna try to take money from like some random peasant. If we're gonna take money from somebody, we're gonna go find some rich person in a castle, and then we'll steal all their money. But some random peasant dude who just lost his horse, why are we gonna just take his money? Why do you care? Well, he wants to repay us.
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there. Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Alright, sounds good. So now we've got a lead. Back onto our horse. New entry has been added to the bestiary. Wait, let's read that. So bestiary. So we got a glossary, meditation, bestiary, tutorial, characters, books, crafting. Provide additional information about monsters, including tips and strategies for us best how to fight them. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look. Yeah. I don't want to close it. Stop telling me what to do, tutorial. Okay, so it's a hybrid. And necrophages, ghouls. Okay, so what is this? Griffins. Half eagle, half tomcat. Okay, so is this just from the way that starts, is this in in Vesemir's tone? Is this from Vesemir's perspective, or is this from our perspective, or is this from that guy who wrote that book's perspective that Vesemir was talking about? Half eagle, half tomcat, just like on the Lord's crest. Except this one was carrying me dead cow instead of a scepter. Oh, or no, or okay, so that's from a witness testimony. Got it. Half eagle, half tomcat. Griffins were once found high in the mountains where they would hunt marmots and wild goats. When humans encroached on their lands, however, griffins soon discovered a new source of much more plentiful and easier caught prey. Cows, sheep, shepherds. Though still wary of main roads and towns where folk the means to hire a witcher are like to dwell, these half-eagle, half-wildcat creatures have gone from rarities to oft-encountered pests known throughout the northern realms, especially hated are the subspecies known as royal griffins and arch griffins. Okay, I'm sure we're going to run into those as well since they mentioned them. Yeah, I have a feeling those are going to be really annoying to fight. And then ghouls. Ghouls creep and crawl at night, eating everything in sight. In a snap, they'd eat you too, chop you up for a ghoulish stew. Children's rhyme. Children's rhymes are always about stuff like that, aren't they? Like isn't like London Bridge is falling down? Isn't that one like about the plague or something like that? Ghouls and graviers are hard to describe and hard to say as well. In part, they resemble humans, yet on the whole, they are the utter negation of all that is human. Though they have arms and legs like men, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily familiar faces, one searches them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing and one thing alone, one thing only, an insatiable craving for human flesh. Yeah, so they're just zombies. Oh, and I see what they're vulnerable against is at the bottom there. Can I see that there? Oh. How did I? Oh, I see. Oh, okay, there we go. Hybrid oil, grape shot bomb, and ARD signs. Is that the mind control one? What about ghouls? They're vulnerable against necrophage oil. So necrophage is specific oils for specific beast types, I guess. Okay, and I can tab through this way too. We have a book? Wait, meditation. Rest until a specific time. Sure, but what about the books? Okay, we have no books. Okay, nice. We've got lore text on a whole bunch of people here. Well, I mean, now's as good a time as any to read this stuff, and we'll just keep reading them as we get new ones to go along with. So, sorry for the bit of the break from the main story progression, but you can skip past this if you're not interested, but I'm going to be reading all of this. So, Cyrilla, Fiona, Ellen, Rhiannon? That's quite a name. What can I possibly say about her? That we call her Ciri for short, that she was born in 1251, that she has ashen hair and a scar on her cheek. All true, and that's the Cyrilla I know best. The one I first laid eyes upon those many years ago. The one who seemed thoroughly, well, not extraordinary, but certainly not as extraordinary as she in fact is. It's a really weird sentence. For Cyrilla is also a highly skilled witcher, heiress to several thrones. She is? The last bearer of the Elder Blood, I don't know what that means, a powerful source endowed with exceptional magic talent, and the Lady of Time and Space. That I kind of do know. She's got all sorts of magical powers. Her hair color and date of birth seem rather incidental now, don't they? The date of birth is incidental? 1251? Is that a special date of some type? I could also tell you that she is Geralt's adopted daughter, but that would be a gross simplification. Ciri is much more. She is his destiny, his unexpected child, someone bound to the Witcher by fate's most inextricably tangled fetters. Following age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Kaer Morhen when she came into his care. There, he and Vesemir taught her in the ways of the professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed, and they discovered she was a source. I don't know what it means to be a source. I'm sure we'll figure that out later. Ciri's gift proved a curse as well. Because of it, she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. Really? Is that what's going on right now? Is that why we're not? Is that why Ciri's not with us, and Geralt is concerned for Ciri's fate? Is it because now she has to hide from Geralt? Why? Dandelion. I would wager that I think this is the musical bard man from the Witcher series. I would wager anyone that you, dear reader, are a person of culture and taste, and therefore already familiar with me. Yes, Dandelion, and the role I am to play in the following tale. Nevertheless, allow me to sketch a few lines by the way of self-portrait, for the sake of thoroughness, and in the event that you have spent much of the last half-century in some dark corner where the light of my star has yet to reach. Very self-confident. Born in 1229, a talented poet and troubadour, a graduate of Oxenfurt Academy, a frequent performer at royal courts, an unequaled lover appreciated, and in some cases adored by ladies worldwide. A skilled negotiator and a stirring orator. Such is the image of the bard Dandelion as painted by his friends and promoters. But what about people, well, do all of his friends really describe him that way? I don't think Geralt would describe him that way, but who knows. The image is, of course, somewhat overbright in its coloring. I personally prefer to think of myself as a dedicated artist enthralled to his muse, one whose work has benefited immeasurably from the fact that I was am, and forever will remain a close friend and steadfast companion to the Witcher Geralt. It is his fate I chronicle in this present work, and his story, which I shall sing to the end of my days. Quite a fan of Geralt, I guess. Eskel. I don't know who this is. All Witchers have a great deal in common. With Eskel and Geralt, the similarities are particularly striking. When they first met as two boys of the same age swinging wooden swords at Kaer Morhen, they then went through an ordeal together. The first round of selections, the murderous changes, the trial of the grasses, and training on the gauntlet. The Witcher's daunting obstacle course. Yeah, Witchers have to go through a lot to become Witchers. And I know they like inject some sort of weird like black poison stuff into themselves as well. They also received hidings together for more than one act of childish delinquency. When they became adults, they walked the path separately, but still reconvened at Kaer Morhen nearly every winter to wait out the cold, drink to their successes, and remember fallen comrades. You know, what Witchers remind me of quite a bit is the Spartans from the Halo series, except with more characterization and focus put on them. Like the Spartans from the Halo series were also orphans who were taken and brutally trained for the sake of fighting a very powerful foe. In the case of Halo, it's a Covenant. But we didn't get a lot of that perspective and a lot of focus on that aspect for a large part of the games. But in the Witcher series, we seem to get a lot of focus on that, and it seems like we're going to be continuing to get a lot of focus in that in this game as well, because we're getting direct character interactions. It's much more story focused than the Halo series was. So I do like that. Though Eskel never gained Geralt's renown, he equaled the White Wolf in experience. Okay, so Geralt is also called the White Wolf, and carried out his contracts with care and efficiency. Death had almost taken him many times during his hunts. Yet, in an ironic twist, the hideous scar on his face came not from a monster's claw, but from the blade of Deidre Adaman, his highly unpredictable, unexpected child. So he's also training somebody. Deirdre. I know I've heard that name said before, but for some reason I absolutely cannot pronounce it. Deidre? Whatever. Geralt of Rivia. Many cannot fathom the friendship Geralt of Rivia and I, Dandelion. Oh, so are these all spoken from Dandelion? All these parts? That Geralt of Rivia and I, Dandelion, have shared all these years. When we first began breaking bread together, spiteful tongues said he'd be better off cutting my throat and dumping my body in a hollow tree before I provoked someone else into doing the same to us both. Those individuals spoke out of pure jealousy for Geralt. Those individuals spoke out of pure jealousy, for Geralt was my dearest friend. In fact, which he gave ample evidence of on numerous occasions. Man, this dialogue is written in a weird way that makes it hard to read. And I could say a great deal about that world-famous monster hunter, the man known in Elder speech as Gwynblyde, or in our younger, yet no less noble tongue, as the White Wolf. For Geralt of Rivia is a truly exceptional individual. A brief encounter might tempt one to label him a mere swinger of swords, a simple monster catcher, a rough and tumble practitioner of a dirty trade, but peer closer and you will soon discover he's a man of unplumbed depths, unique views, and vast world-spanning experience. On the surface, he's introverted, tight-lipped, one might even say gruff, but underneath lies an overflowing sea of goodwill, good humor, and honest readiness to help his friends, be it with a bit of sound advice or the masterful application of his blade. Setting aside the cumbersome false modesty, I can say that I know his story better than any man alive. I was with him through hard times and good, helping him with wise advice, warm words, and razor's wit. As a result, I'm a vital part of his story, Dandelion really speaking himself up, both in its earlier and present proportions. It is thus my duty to continue my chronicle and, for the benefit of future generations, put in writing the next chapter of his deeds and exploits. Do the rest of these have a page 2? No, they don't. Okay. Lambert, also somebody I don't know who he is. The youngest among, I guess these Eskel and Lambert are just other witchers that we're going to meet later. Lambert, the youngest among witchers of Kaer Morhen. What about Cyrilla? Wouldn't she be the youngest of the witchers? Maybe not anymore. And perhaps the last ever trained within its walls. By the start of our tale, Lambert had proven his chops many times over, having hunted down many a mighty beast and traversed nearly all the continent's realms several times over. Yet, he had also developed a reputation for arrogance and sardonic humor, and his gruff and at times excessively blunt manner could irritate even his fellow witchers of the School of the Wolf. Whatever his vices, it went without saying that Lambert would brave the fires of any hell for his companions. Well, at least he's got that going for him. That's good. Vesemir. Vesemir was the oldest living member of the Wolf School, and most likely the oldest witcher of any school on the continent. About as long in years as the ruins of Kaer Morhen themselves, and though eternally complaining about his creaky bones, this master of the witcher trade gave no thought to a well-deserved retirement. Gray but still spry, he continued to apply the monster hunting trade into his golden years, effectively too, as he'd seen more beasts than all his students put together. And that's why he's so big on teaching Cyrilla Ciri a bunch of knowledge, because that's helped him a lot. A harsh and demanding instructor in Geralt's youth, over the years he had become something of an adoptive father and mentor to the other witchers, always ready to help with sage advice and steady hands. In the spring of 1272, when our story begins, Vesemir had joined Geralt on his search for Yennefer, trekking with him through the war-ravaged Temeria, and that's where we are now. I see that we have level progress up in the top right. I wonder what levels do. I assume we level up and gain some stats somehow, but I guess we'll figure that out later. Yennefer of Vengerberg. The Witcher first met the raven-haired sorceress a good 20 years back. Oh, that's a long time ago. Their friendship and the feelings between them were born of a common adventure involving a genie and a wish granted to Geralt that intertwined their fates inextricably. In the time since their relationship had, however, been quite stormy, rich in ups and downs, crises and breakups, Geralt and Yennefer's love provides irrefutable proof of the thesis that opposites attract. A few years ago, Geralt and Yennefer had, after a long separation full of adventures for them both, gotten back together again. Their moment of repose was interrupted by the Wild Hunt, which took Yennefer captive. Okay, so she's captive? But they were supposed to meet up again. The Witcher set out at once to save her, but lost his memory while doing so. What? When he had finally recovered it, he immediately set off once more on his quest to find his beloved sorceress. So she was captured, he went to find her, then lost his memory, then went to go find her again, and then she sent him a letter that said, oh, you can meet me here. Weird. So maybe we succeeded in rescuing her from the Wild Hunt? Which had to be some crazy nonsense that happened. Maybe that was in one of the previous Witcher games. And I guess she's free now, but she's still embroiled in the war somehow? I guess we'll find out. Alright, that was a lot of reading, but now we're all caught up on the bestiary and the characters. So now, anytime we get anything new, we can read it as we go. So we won't have to stop as much. Well, we'll still have to stop as much, but we'll have less to read. Alright. Well, day without steering to follow its path. Okay, that's very much like Shadow of the Colossus. Won't lose stamina while just following the road. Good to know.
So,